all my big boys are out here. And Brianna just came out to check out what we're doing. We're out here again near Marshall, North Carolina. We're working on sheds that are going out to families who lost their houses, who own their property. The point of this whole project is to try to give people the ability to stay on their property, to have a base to rebuild their homes, to have a place to put their stuff.
The tools, supplies, things given to them.
Stephanie, who's running this, had already had this huge head start, had a bunch of sheds purchased. On the channel the other day, we posted her GoFundMe, which she made just for social media, so people who contribute can actually see how much it's adding up to. And I think that's fully funded. I didn't look at it.
Oh yeah, it was over the goal.
Okay, I looked at it like for a day and a half, and then I haven't looked at it since then. But I just want to say thank you to everyone who contributed to that. And Stephanie, since that day, has purchased 4 more sheds, so that's a total of 15.
Oh, it's a little bit chaotic.
It's a little chaotic. It's a little bit.
You can see why it can be overwhelming to be here.
Words don't feel. But basically all the sheds on this end of the lot, like all of these, except that one, are gonna go out. This is one that we worked on.
It's gonna be painted tomorrow, she said.
Yeah, she's gonna texture paint for like a little maybe suboptimal sheetrock job, and then this one still's gonna get trimmed. But this one is almost done. But there's still some steps. There's still painting and trim over here.
You said there was one that was totally done?
No, well they've sent out 2, but there's a bunch that are like almost there.
Yeah, she said she's gonna start sending out more on Monday. She feels like.
So that's what we're doing. We're just trying to push this over the line and get these out. This is, I think, the biggest one. This one was actually a repo, so someone financed the shed and then didn't make their payments, and so the shed place pulled it back. So it was actually really dirty in here. It was full of stuff still that the people never picked up. Some of it's right there.
Oh really? Is that what that is?
All of that came out of here. They've cleaned
really nice.
it. It's a super nice shed.
So nice.
But the folks who got it, they installed this loft. I'll show you. If I just walk through here, this is what happens. They installed this loft, so they tore some of the lofts back to open it up a little bit.
You mean the people that owned it previously did that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you can see, they use these Phillips head screws, and there's no Phillips head screws in the original construction.
This is nice.
It's a cool shed.
I could live in this.
Yeah, totally.
Like I could see making this a place you could actually live.
How are things going, Stephanie?
Good.
Tired.
I bet you are.
Working a lot. Kind of nonstop probably on some level.
Yeah.
Because you're not actually here, you're thinking about it.
Yeah.
Right? You're
It's
working
been a
on the
lot.
computer.
Because we've got 6 people who came in to help volunteer.
Yeah.
We were camping in the yard at my house, so that's been fun.
Oh no. You're gonna need to get a shed at your house to put people in.
I know. I need a shed too. So we're just hoping to get, I'll feel better when we get the first, like 11 delivered.
Cool.
And so basically, you have 11 that you just need to finish up. And then you have how many on the tail of that to start working on?
15?
No,
No, 15 total.
Okay.
So 4
4
more. But I've actually gotten like 2 calls today.
Okay.
So right now we're starting to get a lot of phone calls.
Okay.
So I think people are really starting to look for solutions.
Yeah.
Now that the dust is settled, so.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah. And one girl I got a call from yesterday, like she was given temporary rent, what do you call it, like discount? But now the rent's gonna be double. So
Wow.
yeah. So that part makes it difficult too.
How are things going on funding? Or you still have funds to keep going for now?
For the next 4.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
But we're still, yes, I mean.
So there's an
anytime is
ongoing
right.
need, and at this point you're still committed to moving forward with it as long as there's a need and funding?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I probably need to reset the GoFundMe. I just kind of stuck
I
a
didn't
number
even
on
get
there.
past
But we're
when I
just,
saw the Explorer.
right now, we do have a church that's backing us too. And so most of what they're doing is buying the shed. So I send them
very
the
cool.
invoice. And then I am paying any crew because we do have to, we've talked about sustainability is actually paying people to work. We can't all volunteer forever. And then my many trips to Lowe's.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Which those trips are never cheap.
No.
Especially when you load a truck and a trailer.
Uh-huh.
So they're each working on the 5x5 inch challenge with some waste pieces to see who gets the closest. Alright, see what you guys can do. My hammer's working. My hammer doesn't have time to play right now. You want to do it again? You messed your 5x5 up? You want to do it again?
I just want to see him.
What?
I just want to see him.
Is this yours right here?
Yeah.
Yeah, you did mess it up, bud. I've got 4 3/8, 4 3/8, 5.
I accidentally did a line. I accidentally did a line. I was just guessing, but if I accidentally did a line, and then I did a line above it, that was correct. And I was feeling the correct line through it, like pinching it, and then doing that, and I was gonna cut it right there, but I was pinching the wrong line.
Oh yeah, it's easy to mess it up. This is a lot closer to 5x5, but it's not perfectly square.
I know.
That's almost exactly 5. That is 5 1/16 light. That's 5 1/8 heavy, and that is 5. Yeah, this is a 5x5 you could probably use in a sheetrock shop. So good job on that, Justice. I'm sure if you tried again, you could do it better. The thing is, you guys are just learning how to cut straight lines too. This project is still rolling forward, and these sheds aren't cheap. Do you mind saying what the average price of this shed is? Can we say that?
We're doing a few things.
Yeah.
We do repos if we can get them because we get them at a better price.
That's
so
awesome.
that's great. This is a repo one.
Yeah.
We just try to make sure they're in great condition. And I think if we're not doing a repo, a 8x10 is like $3,100.
Okay.
And
That's
then
great.
they go up. We do have some that family needs, so those are bigger, like they're 10x16s, 12, 14x16s, things
Yeah,
like
some
that.
of those are really like that one, that really big one we just showed in this video.
Yeah.
That's nice.
But that was a repo, so you got a discount
That's
on
a
that
repo.
one, which is
Nice.
great.
We got a great deal on that one.
Yeah.
Another homesteader that watches your channel, she'll probably watch this, bought that one for the family. It's a mother and 3 children.
No way.
That's so cool.
Yeah, because she saw art on one of the videos and like, oh, that's cool. Because she follows us both.
Oh, that's so cool. Oh my goodness, I love.
So that
Can you
one's
not
really
do
fun.
that?
So they've had to do some retrofitting extra on that with windows and fixing the roof line, but it looks great. It looks
Well,
really
I
good.
love that. That makes me really happy.
Yeah.
It's like sometimes you kind of feel like, what's the point of having this YouTube channel? Sometimes, if you, I don't know. For me, I have a hard time doing things that are just about me. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like I need a bigger purpose, and I just love it whenever stuff like that happens. And a lady that followed both of us bought somebody a shed.
And they went through Katrina, so
Oh, wow.
had firsthand experience of this kind of situation.
And the needs and all that kind of stuff. That's so cool.
Stephanie, thank you for everything you're doing.
Thank you guys. We
Yeah.
can't do it without funding and without people to help retrofit them. And yeah, I mean, we're just going to keep raising funds, and we kind of hope like eventually the need won't be here. It'll be in house repairs
Yeah.
in the next phase. But like you said on the last video, like this is a stepping stone to that next phase.
It's really not safe.
Hey guys, come out. I don't want anything to fall on you. The boys are doing what boys do and exploring in the tunnels in supply station supplies.
Have you heard any numbers about, like, in Madison, how many houses were destroyed? I mean, because we've seen numbers in Yancey, damaged structures. Oh, wait.
It's like a highway here now because this is the only way to Tennessee. It drives me crazy.
Yeah.
We never have traffic in Marshall.
Yeah.
So my nerves are like, ah.
It is really loud.
Yeah.
In Burnsville, we were reading 7,700 damaged structures, but it was like 1,800 homes that were completely destroyed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
It's 1,400 structures total losses.
it was 1,800.
Okay.
Yeah. And then there were other numbers there about structures, but it was 7,700 structures in the whole county, and then 1,800 completely destroyed.
It's a lot.
It's a lot.
It's a lot. I was at Lowe's talking to the woman, and 2 of their employees lost their whole houses, like completely gone.
And how many people are in Yancey County? We looked that up recently. 18,000?
Under 19, yeah.
Yeah, so 10%.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, I don't know if that's 10% of homes,
It's
but
not.
Yeah.
it's not 10% of homes.
No.
It would be more if those were all homes, because more than one person lives in a home.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, but it's just an insane 18,000 people, 1,800 structures completely destroyed. And there were ones with significant damage, and that's another number. And then some with minimum damage, and that's another number. And it's just like, I didn't know if you'd seen any numbers like that in Madison.
No, and here in Marshall specifically, we only had one street that was really bad on
Yeah.
the river.
Okay.
And then some houses on the other side. And then I think there were 7 in downtown that are completely like
Houses.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's one left standing on that one street.
Okay.
The rest are gone. So
Okay.
there's a lot. Not as much. There's a lot in relation to everyone who was on the water. Those are the, pretty much.
Yeah. And then, but Hot Springs is in Madison as well, isn't it?
Yeah, and I don't know what they lost. And I don't even know, because I don't go past
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
Like, I don't really know what's happened from here to Hot Springs.
Totally.
Which is the Walnut area and all of those areas.
Totally. Yeah, it's interesting. And it's like when you go into an area, you could actually drive through and not even know a storm had hit.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly. Like you could do that in Burnsville. If
Yeah.
you just drove through the main part of town. Because so much cleanup has happened. But all you have to, you just turn down the correct road, or in some places any road, and you're like, oh, this is what's going on.
And I think that makes it hard too, like emotionally, because some people are very normal and some people are very not in a normal situation, and balancing the two is a little bit tricky. Sometimes when I'm at home and I'm in my bubble, I'm like, oh, it's just normal. And then
Yes.
we go downtown. And
It's like, no, it's
I
not.
went to drive to get money out of the ATM in Marshall the other day. I was like, oh, that's
can't
probably
do
not
that.
a good idea.
Yeah, that's how, I mean, more and more where we live is more and more normal. But for a while, it definitely wasn't. And even today, like you leave, the destruction's everywhere, but it's getting more and more cleaned up. But then there's still just like piles of supplies and people giving out free food and like, coming out here. I think I passed 3 different places to get free hot food, so it's just, I think that's great. It's just it's strange.
What's strange to me too is have you noticed the cars where the windshields are busted and like the car's all dinged up? That's up every time I'm driving. I'm like, that's really unnerving to me for some reason.
Cars smashed up.
Yeah. Well, and these sheds are going a lot of different places.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
some are going to Yancey. Bat Cave was a new one we just got.
Yeah, that makes sense. Haywood, you said?
Haywood, yeah.
Swananoa. That's great. I don't know anything about Haywood, that's for sure. But I mean, they have a big old river going right through
It
Canton.
looks
So
bad.
Well, there's
Is it?
multiple trailer parks on that river between Canton and Waynesville along that highway. There's multiple trailer parks on that river that are, like, all of them are.
Yeah, 3 of
losses.
these are going to a trailer home that was destroyed. That was a multi-generational family living there. So.
okay, that's so awesome. I mean, it doesn't solve all their problems, but it's one thing.
Yeah, it's one thing to take the pressure
It's one
off.
thing, yeah.
And then it makes it easier to like work and do things when you've got a little bit of security.
Oh, definitely.
And then one day soon they'll be storing. We just put a bunch of sheetrock in the shed next door. One day they'll be putting sheetrock in the shed and then sheetrock in their house.
Yeah, let's
yeah,
hope so.
exactly.
I hope that's the way that it goes. That's neat.
Well,
Yeah.
those trailers might. I don't know. The trailers might be total losses. That's the thing with trailers. Is like a lot of them broke. I mean, a lot of them were destroyed.
Well, I mean, we saw over by my house along that creek there. I mean, the trailer was just cut in half.
Yeah,
Just broke in half.
that trailer is 1,000 feet from its original location and in 2 pieces.
And in 2 pieces, yeah. So, it's wild.
Yeah.
Alright, we're getting ready to wrap up for the day, but I'm just trying to finish up. It's interesting to me how God works sometimes. Just what I wanted to, the direction I wanted to take the channel, because Bree was just, Bree didn't want to, she has her life full of kids and household work. And I thought to myself, you know what, I want to focus on getting us a home. And I want to change the channel name to A Place Called Home. And focus on that. And then after that, I want to work on other people's houses. And make that the focus of the channel. Like, what is home, and helping other people have a place that they can feel safe, and a place that they can call theirs and raise their kids. And then the storm hit, and I'm still gonna change the channel name to A Place Called Home, but I think it's ironic that theme is so relevant in all the content that was just right in front of us after Helene. So, alright, it's almost 6. We're done for the day. Alright guys, thanks for joining us for this short little update on how this shed thing is going with Homes for Hope. Alright, thanks guys, bye.